PTSD, something profoundly bad has happened to you. So the idea that you'd be willing to gamble some things to fix it, totally for, especially if it's being done in a medical setting. Medical experiences as a magical solution to really profound issues that people have. So I would love for the medical community to do what the medical community is going to do. I just don't like this idea that we should be like tweeting and making videos about it. It just makes me nervous. I don't have any judgment for anyone who's talking about it or doing it. It just makes me very nervous because historically I just don't see a lot of precedents for that ending well. Mm-hmm. Usually it blows up in everyone's face, and we are living in a time where because a lot of this mentality is coming from Silicon Valley, where Silicon Valley, through some of those thinking, has kicked out some important legs of the stool on which society depends. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, now this is getting really interesting.
I don't know what you mean. So. I just mean we can't even agree on what reality is anymore, and I think social media has largely exacerbated that, if not created the problem to begin with.
So you have a son.
Yes.
One of the reasons that I am glad I don't have kids, if you had given me
yeah,
I would never have left.
I'm not sure who would have.
So that one, that scares me. I am so glad that we didn't have the internet when I was a teenager. I worry about how many hours I would have lost to porn.
Yeah, it would be insane. Or just can you imagine? I don't have a daughter, but can you imagine being
Wait, you're second?
I have 2 boys.
Really?
Yeah.
For some reason I thought for sure you had a daughter recently.
No, but if I had a daughter, and then it's a problem for boys too, but to be a 13-year-old girl is already a deeply insecure, overwhelming experience where you feel like you're being judged, where you feel like you don't measure up, all these things. I can't imagine adding Instagram to that experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's just
terrifyingly so. Yeah.
You already nobody's always gone through this, and so celebrities and public people. But we used to pay people a lot of money. I have a social media account, and I have to deal with the fact that people say mean things, or I post something that I thought was cool and people didn't like it, but I got paid a lot of money. You know what I mean? I'm compensated for this. A 16-year-old is not.
Yeah, man, I'm conflicted because when I think about the people that I have had access to, the ideas that I've had access to because of the internet, because of social media, when I think about the fact that I've essentially dedicated my adult life and my fortune to helping people via social media. So it's there's tremendous upside for kids.
My work would not have broken through without social media. And so, as problematic, the world was very different than the world that I existed in which my parents did not understand me, in which I was not particularly sort of believed in or pushed. I was, oh my God, there's this world out here with more people like me in it. And so there's wonderful things. And so even as an adult, a good chunk of, I had dinner last night with someone that who I found out liked my work from social media, and it was awesome. You know what I mean? This is not just a random person; it's an interesting person. But the point is, there's so many pros. There's just also a lot of downsides.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back to what's going on in Silicon Valley. So,
yes. In
what way is it? Just the experiment with the internet and apps that you're saying is kicking out
I just mean I just feel like this is probably getting into just lame social commentary, but it's just weren't these people and these other apps done to the dating world? It's just not everything needs to be disrupted, and there are always consequences and unintended consequences for the things that we do, and I think we're just. The problem is the unintended consequences come far enough down the road. And so I just wish there was a little bit more intellectual humility from these people who are talking about how they found a plant in the Amazon rainforest that is all upside and no downside.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. I have a very weird relationship with drugs, so I'm super... probably afraid is the right word. So I didn't have my first drink of alcohol until I was 26.
Wow.
And I probably wouldn't have even done that if I hadn't met my wife, and she was like, no, come on, like, this will be fun, let's do it together. I don't have an addictive personality, so I don't have it didn't do anything